So you might remember that I've been going through a little bit of a Milton Bradley Starbird phase of late, and I saw a really intriguing auction the other day, and it's taken me a little while to get around to doing this, but this is the box for the Starbird command base, and if you play Spot the Difference with this box, you'll see that there are some oddities. Now, if I zoom in here, you'll see that this little orange chap here has his arm outstretched, and if on the other hand you look at him over on this page, he does not have his arm outstretched, but he is still orange. Now, in the version that I have of the base, these guys are not orange, they're white, which I found confusing. And yet, if you look on this box image here, you have a white crane with a sort of an orange holder for the support struts there, and you have white anti-invasion laser guns. You also have orange sort of stoppers into which you can place the crane and the guns. Now, again, if you look on the reverse side of the box, you get white stoppers into which you can place the guns, and orange guns and an orange crane. So you also get an orange holder for the support struts, but white support struts. Now, and on this little carrier here, you'll see that you get an orange top and orange wheels, but in the version that I have, you get white wheels and a white top. So there are two very distinct, well, in fact even more than two distinct colour schemes going on, all of which are very confusing, and I didn't have any examples of these orange colour schemes whatsoever. However, from this auction, I do now have these colour schemes. I also have these rather curious green stands. Now, in the version of the base that I have, these are actually black, and these are what the Starbird's interceptors sit into, so they can land without looking stupid, basically. So they just sort of slot vertically into those with one of their wings. But these versions are green. And I have the version of the Plastic Men astronauts here who are orange, but have their arms folded rather than their arms open, as was shown in that box image. So, as you can see, these were clearly produced in more than one colour. And I did get a comment on one of my Starbird videos where someone noticed that I'd spotted this difference in the pictures, and basically said they were producing orange in the earliest production runs. So, bizarrely, I then tripped across this eBay auction, the contents of which are in front of you, and this auction was basically for a set of the orange equipment, just to prove that they did actually exist. And I mean, clearly, I don't know whether this came from a different factory or they just made a decision late, but the interesting thing for me was that they obviously took photos for the box art using that initial production run, and then they changed it. And I don't think they ever updated the box art from what I've seen, because all the box art is this strange mishmash of different colours. So you'd have thought the quality control would have kind of looked at that and thought, well, perhaps we ought to just stick to the one colour scheme. But clearly they didn't. But not only that, they didn't even stick to the same designs, because the figures clearly were changed somewhere along the way, so that they were perhaps easier to to come off the mouldings. So they just kind of to keep their arms in. So I just thought I would share that little sort of oddity with you for the sake of completeness, because I was at one point trying to do quite a complete range of Starbird based videos, but as it turned out, there were numerous variations to it. Even in that such a limited range of toys, they still managed to come up with different versions of it over the course of its life. So it was just bizarre that this eBay auction should pop up exactly when I needed it to, so I could show you these. And again, it's all good stuff, because they've got some numbered guns and all this sort of good stuff. the detail's all there. It's just that for some reason they chose to use a different coloured plastic at some point. So so that was that really. So I just thought I'd share that little bit of random information with you for the sake of completeness, and I shall leave you there. Cheers for now.